What's going on, everybody? It's GAMEUNBOXINGREVIEWS here, and welcome back to another LEGO DC Supervillains video. So in today's video, I'm of course going to be showing you guys how to make Jack Nicholson's version of the Joker using the in-game customizer. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, we're of course going to head into Appearance, Head, Preset Head this time, and you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find the Joker's head. But not just any Joker head, we need the Batman the Animated Series one. So you will need the Batman the Animated Series level pack if you want to be able to make my very own custom version of Jack Nicholson's Joker in this game. And of course, for the colour of the head, you need to make sure that it is white. Then once you've done that, you're going to back out of there, go into Helmets, and you're going to scroll down until you find the Fedora. And for the colour, we're of course going to go with purple. Now then, onto the body. So for the body, we're going to go for preset body, and you're going to scroll all the way to the top until you find, you guessed it, the Batman the Animated Series Joker body. And yet again, you just want to make sure that it is purple. Now then, for the arms, we're going to go to both arms, and you just want to go ahead and choose Commissioner Gordon's in purple. Nice. Now then, for the hands, we're going to go with this color right here. I think that's probably as accurate as we're going to get for Jack Nicholson's gloves, but I still think it turns out looking really, really cool. And finally, we need to choose some hips and some leg pieces. So for the hips, you're going to scroll all the way to the very bottom until you find this piece right here, which belongs to the Trickster. And yet again, you want to make sure that it is purple. And we're also, of course, going to do the same for the leg pieces. So you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find this one right here. And again, we're going to go with purple. Nice. Now then, onto the effects. So we don't need a left hand glow or a right hand glow, but for the hit impact effects, you're going to turn that on. Make sure that you go with style 1, and for the color, we're of course going to go with black. And you're also going to do the same for the jump slam effects as well. So go with style 1, which is this one right here, and then for the color, we're of course going to go with black, because as you can see here, it leaves less of an effect as possible. Nice. Now then, before we move on into the abilities, we of course need to give the Joker a weapon. So we're going to go to weapons, guns, gun type, and we're going to go with the revolver. And for the color, you're of course going to make it black. Nice. Now then, onto the abilities. So we don't need to add any abilities to the tag button, the jump button, or the action button, but for the special button, we're going to go to tap circle and add the explosive ability. So you're going to turn that on, and you want to make sure that the color is this one right here for the explosive pies. And finally, for hold circle, what you want to do is you want to scroll down to drone access, turn that on, and we're going to go with the first one, which is of course the chattering teeth. Nice. Now then, onto the skills. So I actually gave the Joker only 3 skills, so we don't need any of these at the top right here, but we are going to add Goon Command, Graffiti, turn that on, make sure that you go with, I would say, either purple or green. I'll go with purple because I think that looks cool. And finally, we're of course going to add Hazard Protection. Nice. Now then, onto the personality. So for the health icon, we're of course going to go with purple. For the health type, we're going to go with standard health. For the voice, just choose any male voice. For the speed, go with normal. For the target reticle, I actually went with Mercy Graves just to mix it up a bit instead of going with the Jokers. And then for the animation set, usually I would suggest just leaving this because obviously we've already given our character a weapon. However, the great thing about some of these animation sets is that sometimes when you give your character a weapon, you still get that animation set's melee attacks. So of course we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom to the Trickster animation set, because this gives our custom character a very Joker inspired melee set, which is extremely cool. Alright, so we have done the appearance, the effects, the abilities, the personality, and we've given him a weapon. So now all we need to do is fill in the basic information. So for the status, we're of course going to put villain. For the affiliation, go with unknown. And then for the name, instead of putting Joker, I'm going to put this instead, which I think is a nice little reference to this take on the character. Nice. Alright, cool. So now, of course, what we're going to do is drop the Joker into the hub world and see just what he can do. And here he is! This is, of course, my custom-made version of Jack Nicholson as the Joker made in LEGO DC Supervillains. Let's just get a good look at him right here. Now, believe it or not, but pretty much ever since I did my tutorial on how to make Michael Keaton's version of the 1989 Batman costume, a lot of people have been sending requests in for me to also make Jack Nicholson's version of the Joker. And I thought, yeah, you know, why not? I absolutely love his take on the character, but the thing is, I didn't actually think that it would turn out looking anywhere near movie accurate, and I've got to say, I am pleasantly surprised with the end result. I mean, this really does look like Jack Nicholson's take on the character, which I'm just so happy to see. Anyway, what can he do? Well, of course, he can jump in the air like this. He can also, if we come over here, use his melee attacks, which are very Joker inspired. Absolutely love that. Just makes him feel even more authentic, which is really, really cool, because obviously Jack Nicholson Nicholson's take on the character was definitely very wacky. He can also perform this jump attack which destroys multiple objects in the area. If we come over here, we can actually showcase the pistol, which, you know, it's just a pistol, it just shoots like this. But we can also target with it, which I absolutely love. So you target and shoot, which is really nice. There we go. If we tap circle, we can throw explosive pies, because why not, you know, with a Joker. I think that makes a lot of sense. Watch as they explode. There we go. And finally, we have the chattering teeth, which I believe, if I remember correctly, explodes as well. So if we come over here and then boom, there we go. Anyway, what we're going to do now is, of course, take Joker into Gotham City and fight the police, because obviously this is LEGO DC supervillains. So finally, we're making a character that is actually a villain and not just running around beating police senselessly as Batman, which makes literally no sense whatsoever. Anyway, let's hop in the Joker-mobile here. Now, the Joker-mobile, this is a vehicle I haven't actually drove before, so I'm excited to see what it can do. I'm discovering it for the first time, basically. So let's see. Does it do anything with square? Okay, so it shoots missiles. That's cool. Circle doesn't do anything. X doesn't do anything. Oh, you hear that? Oh, that's awesome. When you press L1, the vehicle laughs. That's kind of cool, because it's like Jack Nicholson's Joker is laughing in the car. That's really cool. I like that. Does it have a boost? Oh. Oh, it says haha. Oh, I see. So that's cool. That is really cool. If you hold down L1, it says haha. That's awesome. What about R1? R1 has a boost, and then does it jump? It also jumps. Okay, this is a really cool vehicle. I like this one. A lot of thought has went into this vehicle. Very, very cool indeed. Anyway, let's get into the center of Gotham, where I always like to pick a fight. I'm just going to park up my insanely noticeable vehicle. Look at this. This is so cool. Oh man, I'm excited. All right, let's do this. Come on, let's start a fight with the police. Now, the thing about this design, I would say the thing that I thought was a nightmare about getting this design right was the pants. I went through so many different pictures of Jack Nicholson's Joker, you know, from the actual film. I was looking at the hot toy design. I was looking at how other people have made custom Lego minifigures of Jack Nicholson's Joker, and the pants was a nightmare to get right because there's just not a leg piece in the customizer that is 100% accurate. So personally, I think the one that I went with is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, you guys might not think so, and that's totally fine, and hopefully in time maybe I'll be able to make a better version, but for now this looks enough like the character for me. It looks way more than enough, to be honest. So yeah, I'm very happy with this design. Anyway, come on, we need to get more police going here, because they're not wanting to fight at me at the moment. Whoa, that was a big explosion. Okay, that was cool. Nice chain of explosions there. Alright, so does he do a Joker attack? Oh, he doesn't, but he attacks with the gun? Okay, that was weird. Right, now, I mean, if you just stand these two together here, where's Batman gone? There we go. Look at that! That really does look like Michael Keaton's Batman with Jack Nicholson's Joker together. I mean, that's so cool. It's like I've made my very own 1989 Batman DLC. Like, this is the Tim Burton verse DLC. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I could make Penguin as well. I mean, you can't make the characters small. That's the thing. So it might not turn out looking very good. But at least I made Joker and Batman. Now, I do like Batman Returns. Honestly, I think my favorite thing about that movie is actually Michelle Pfeiffer's take on Catwoman. It's a real shame that she never got to play that character again, because I just think she was fantastic. And honestly, I would say that it would be between either Michelle Pfeiffer or Anne Hathaway as my personal favorite live-action take on Catwoman. But aside from that, I mean, Danny DeVito, you know, he's an amazing actor. I absolutely love Danny DeVito. I would say that he has, you know, become iconic for a very weird and creepy take on the Penguin, which is cool, don't get me wrong, but I still much prefer Batman 1989. I just think that is a much better film than Batman Returns. I mean, I'm not sure if it was either Warner Brothers or Tim Burton, but basically one of them said, let's make a Tim Burton movie, which is absolutely not a bad thing. I mean, he's an amazing filmmaker, but that's what they've done. You know, Batman Returns really has that signature Tim Burton look to the movie, whereas 1989, I don't know, there's something about it, it just feels to me more like a Batman movie. Yeah, it is weird. It does have some weird moments with the music and everything like that, but it still feels more Batman to me. But again, you know, love Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, and, you know, getting to see more of Michael Keaton's Batman is always a great thing. So I definitely do not like Batman Returns. I just prefer the one that came before it. Alright guys, so I think that'll have to do it for this video. I've kind of showcased everything that my custom version of Jack Nicholson's take on the Joker can do in this game. And I've got to say, you know, considering the fact that, like I said at the very beginning of the free roam section of this video, I really didn't think that this custom character would turn out looking very movie accurate at all. So I've got to say, I am pleasantly surprised with the result. I mean, the only thing that I would say I'm not crazy about with this design is probably the legs, because if you actually look at the legs on a Hot Toy, or even just look at Jack Nicholson's pants that he's wearing in the 1989 Batman movie, you'll actually see that they do look pretty different to the way that I've made mine, and that is because there just isn't a better leg piece in the character customizer at this time. But hey, you never know, maybe with the Shazam movie pack part 1, or maybe Shazam movie pack part 2, or Young Justice level pack, we might just get some new leg pieces that allow me to make a much more movie accurate version of this character. But of course, we will just have to wait and see. Anyway guys, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.